Hey, what is up, guys? This is Lemillion Nation coming to you again with another video. Thank you for tuning in. And now, this time, guys, we'll be talking about why did Hawks join the League of Villains? All right. Now, guys, please, if you haven't already, please plus ultra smash that like button so that you can be the hero of the My Hero Academia community with your new power of watching all my videos and learning all you need to know about My Hero Academia. You'll be the new number one pro hero.
You serious?
Alright, guys, now let's get into this. Now, this focuses on My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 2, where the crux of everything actually came into being. Now, Endeavor just finished fighting the Nomo, the high-end Nomo. And he was beaten on the ground, really. Well, at least not beaten, but I mean, very gravely injured. And then Dabi appeared before him and Hawks. You could see all the breakdown of this episode on my channel. It should be up by now. Just click my channel name, search for it on my channel, or you should see it in a card right to the right. Right? Alright, guys. Now let's continue. Now, basically, when Dabi came there, he came there to actually retrieve the body of the high end Nomo, but it wasn't really Dabi that was there. It was just a clone of him, Dr. Ujiku's work, really. Alright, guys. Now, let's go on further. Hawks went after Endeavor fainted and everything, and Endeavor was transported to the hospital. Hawks went and found where Dabi was. So what Hawks was saying was none of that was according to plan. And now Davi's saying that so really? No, Hawks is actually pointing a sword, a feather sword at Davi. He's showing that he's actually armed and dangerous. He can protect himself. Right? Davi's saying, what? I thought you actually only had a few baby feathers left. And Hawks is saying, yeah, I wouldn't come to meet with a lying villain like you unarmed. So he probably had this sword somewhere else, stashed off somewhere else, ready and waiting for something to happen. I don't know. Maybe he grew back some feathers as well too. Who knows, right? Now, Daddy's actually saying, "Hey, right? You. I thought there was only this should have been a few more. There should have been a few more casualties today, right? And now, um, they're explaining what actually should have taken place, right? After they saw the deception with the feathers and the weapons and so on. And Hawks actually said back when Endeavor was there and everyone was there and Dabi attacked them, oh, I only have these baby feathers left. Right? He said that so that Dabi could know that probably he couldn't really fight that much right then and there to put up any show or appearance. So Dabi probably might have held back at that time. So no, it's an interesting point to know that Dabi actually remembers it. So it was an interesting point to know. And actually Hawks lied at that point. So the two of them deceived each other.
Got him! Got him!
Really, right? Hawks went on further to say that it was supposed to be tomorrow and not downtown, right? But a factory by the water would be, right, in a less populated area. Yeah, that's where it should have actually been, but it wasn't. So Hawks is actually pointing out that this guy actually really deceived him a lot, you know. But it's not him one. Both of them deceived each other. Both of them actually deceived each other. So it actually evens out because as a villain, Dabi, you'd expect that from Dabi. He's duplicitous, right? And someone who cannot be trusted. But Hawks is showing that he's on to him, right? Dabi is now saying that, oh, I guess I just changed my mind. Didn't I tell you I'd be testing Nomu's capabilities? Right? This is after Hawks actually said that Gnome was on a totally different level, bro, than you actually mentioned to me, right? You could have actually mentioned all of that beforehand. Hawks is saying that he could have told him all of this, and Davi's saying, oh, I guess he just changed his mind about the location and the type of Gnome that was gonna be there, right? Dabby actually asked for someone kind of strong. Now let's get into it. This was the backstory to what led to Hawks' flashback, and we see why he joined the League of Villains in his flashback. Right after Dabby left, we see Hawks flashback to the point where they told him, join the League of Villains, right? The Hero Society needed someone like Hawks there, right? They needed someone like Hawks who was talented from a young age. Hawks was so talented that he could actually use his feather to carry and save multiple people. His feathers even have multiple applications, right? If you don't want any manga spoilers, I'm about to release some spoilers right here and right here. Check back in about 30 seconds and I'll finish with the spoiler. All right, now 30 seconds starts now. All right, guys. So Hawks' feathers, they can actually they can actually sense vibrations in the air. When they sense those vibrations, they can make out speech patterns, and that's how Hawks would actually be a great espionage hero, right? He uses this to actually hear League of Villains conversations after he leaves and their plans and everything. That's how he found out so much intel, so much information. That's how he actually sent information to the Hero Corporation as well, even though they're keeping an eye on him. Alright, guys, now let's continue back into this. Hawks actually joined the League of Villains upon request, right? He was requested to join the League of Villains by his higher up, right? In the Hero Corporations, the higher ups there, those guys in suits, yeah, the white collar guys, above all of the other heroes, right? They're not the ones that actually fight, they're the ones that manage, right? Manage every single thing. They ask Hawks to join. They're a bit corrupt as well. I'll tell you why I say that later on, right? Now, Hawks actually blurts out that there's this search team that Gran Torino is in that went to actually search for Gigantomachia. Hawks let that out a bit, right? I don't know if it was on purpose or otherwise, but maybe it was on purpose because if he blurted out something like that, I don't think he lost his composure and then blurted that out. He wanted to actually confirm, and then they said, "No, Hawks, since you're a man like that, you knew all of that without that ever being disclosed, ever. You have sharp eyes and ears." They are complimenting Hawks and telling him that he's absolutely the right person for the job because he could actually do something like that already, right? He could actually do something like that already. The Hero Association, they jumped the gun in the Camino Ward without information, without sight. They went in to actually do something, and they actually made the wrong moves, and that's how All Might actually ended up losing his powers because there were so many wrong moves there, and All Might had to exert himself so much. Right, All Might maybe had probably a month or two left of hero work, probably a bit, probably around that, or maybe more left in him if they didn't make so much blunders in the Camino incident. Right, they didn't have the information. So many persons got hurt. So many persons could have gotten so much more hurt. You know, but anyhow, that's why they actually formed this society with Hawks. They're saying that he should infiltrate the League of Villains to gain more information because information is key. They especially want information on the bioengineered creatures called the Nomu, right? They want to see if it's linked to All for One, right? Is it necessary for All for One to be there to create them, or can they be created otherwise without All for One? Right? They need all of that information before they make another move because they want to dissolve, they want to destroy, they want to eradicate the League of Villains. That is Hawk's sole purpose. Eradicate the League of Villains with his special skill set, right? As the number two hero, one of the youngest heroes to ever be instated into the hero society, number two hero in such a short time as well too. As a boy, he could save so many children, so many other persons, so many adults with his feathers. His feathers were so multifaceted and talented. He's so talented that they had to have him in their society in order to protect the world. Because Hawks, in essence, protected the world. If he did not kill, this is going to be a spoiler content again. 10 seconds and he can come back, okay? Three, two, one, and here. If Hawks didn't actually kill twice, you know how many persons could have been multiplied like Shigaraki or Gigantomachia? Like Japan would be overrun. Anyhow, guys, yeah, that's why they instated Hawks into the Hero Association so that he could actually help infiltrate the League of Villains and give them information. It was his information that led to so much later on too, right? Saving the world in essence, right? Hawks was like, I mean, Hawks is so instrumental. I have a lack of words to describe how instrumental he is. Those were the reasons why he joined the League of Villains so far. This is gonna be into go into some manga spoilers as well too. So let me get into them. Hawks actually joined the League of Villains too because he was sold off by his mom in a sense because they were so poor, right? It comes out in his backstory a few chapters back. They were so poor, and Hawks' father was a criminal. He was captured by Endeavor, and Hawks' mom was so scared that she had to actually send off Hawks to the heroes camp in order to train him up like a soldier, like boot camp training. They trained him up so that he could actually fight villains in such a way and to protect the society. And she would get a stipend each and every month and be absolved of all crimes she had committed before. So it was like that why he joined at first. And why he infiltrated the League of Villains now would be in order to dissolve it, eradicate it. They were making too many mistakes without the information. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you actually think, right? There's no honor on the comment. There's no honor in it. Like he has to turn a blind eye to anything that takes place once he's inside that organization, and they're saying that, right? Oxy superiors are saying that he can and he will do it, and there's no honor in it because there's just gonna be so much that you're gonna have to do that goes against the hero code that will stain you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a like; it helps out the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. This is Lemillion Nation signing out.